Hi all, we're back with the second section of special angle pairs. We're going to start talking about parallel lines now. So we're going to start with our definition. It says when parallel lines, so here's our parallel lines. I'm just going to kind of highlight as we go along. Here's our parallel lines, okay, are intersected by a transversal. Transversal, I'm going to come back to that word in a minute. Transversal line, they form 5 special angle pairs, okay? So now I just want to define, well, let's do this first. Here's my transversal right here. See, it's intersected. It's a transversal line. So what is a transversal? It's a line that intersects, let's go down to the other line and write that. Intersects parallel lines. Okay, so that's all it is. And notice it forms a whole bunch of different angles. Well, that's what we're going to define right now, is all of those different angles. And they're called, they have names for them, and the names pretty much have to do, if you pay attention, they do have to do with where those angles are. So we're going to go ahead and move on. So the first one is called alternate interior angles. So they're angles that are outside, alternate interior angles, angles that are inside, you can't really read that very well. Let's try that again. That are inside parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal. They are congruent. So if you look, you can see they have the dots that are matching here. So they're on the inside of the parallel lines. So I've got the outside here, outside, and the inside. Okay, so the outside and the inside. And same on the bottom. I've got the inside and the outside. If I can spell outside. And then we've got the opposite sides of the and then we have my transversal. So I've got this angle and this angle. They're on the inside of my parallel lines. They're on the inside. And they're on opposite sides of the transversal. Hence the name alternate interior. So the alternate sides of the transversal and on the inside of the parallel lines, interior angles. And then there's 2 sets of them. There's those 2 in the pink, and then there's the 2 in the orange. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. I'm not going to write the outside, inside, inside, outside anymore. You just know that that's how it is. If it's on the outside where there's more space, it's the outside. If it's between the parallel lines, that's the inside. Okay, so now we're going to go to our next special pair. It's called alternate exterior angles. And they're angles that are outside. Outside parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal, and they are congruent. Remember, congruent means that the angles are equal. They're the same measure, okay? So again, I've got this one and this one, and I've got this one and this one, and they're congruent. So this angle and this angle are congruent. The 2 pink ones are congruent with the squares, and 2 orange ones with the circles are congruent. So we've got, and again, exterior, so alternate, they're on opposite sides of my transversal, and they're on the outside of my parallel lines. So that's why they're alternate exterior angles. And then we've got the next one, which are consecutive same-side interior angles. Consecutive or same-side interior. They go by both, either consecutive interior or same-side interior. You can go by either name. So angles that are inside, because it's interior, so we know that they are inside the parallel lines on the same side, hence the name same side of the transversal. And they are not they are not congruent, they are supplementary. Ooh, cannot spell today. Sorry, you guys. Supplementary. Sorry to Miss Gilpin's class. I'm having issues spelling today, so please bear with me. So these two right here are supplementary, and these two right here are supplementary. And if you notice, they're on the same side of the transversal and on the interior of my parallel lines, hence the name same side interior angles. And those two angles add to be 180 degrees, hence since that they are supplementary. That means that they add to be 180 degrees, and these two add to be 180 degrees, right? So if I have the two angles, I know that if I need to find one of them or find X, I just add them to be 180 degrees. So let's go ahead and talk about the next one. So the next one is consecutive or same side exterior angles. So they are, this says angles that are outside the parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. They are also supplementary. Okay, so this one, and of course, let's see if I can get the right pin here. This one, and this one, and this one, and of course, they add to be 180, and this side, these two also add to be 180. So if they're on the same side, okay, and they're either both exterior or both interior, they add to be 180 degrees. Nice job, you guys. And we have one more. So that's 4. Remember, our first definition said there was 5 of them. So we have one more to go. So here we go, and it's called corresponding angles. So corresponding angles are angles that are in the same position. Okay, and they are congruent. So if we highlight this, let's see. So I know that this one and this one are, and this one and this one, and then we added in some more. So we've got this one and this one are in the same position, and this one and this one are in the same position. And that just means, what do those mean? That they're all congruent, means they're all equal. So if I have one, so the two triangles, let's just say, okay, they're on this. One's on the inside, one's on the outside, and they're both on the same side of the transversal. They are equal to each other. Okay? They're equal to each other. So that means they're corresponding angles and they're equal to each other. Okay? So I'm going to make this, we're not quite done, but I want to come down so you can take a picture of the definitions really quick, in case you weren't taking notes, that you can take a picture of the definitions before we go answer the last 5 questions. And these are the type of questions that you may be asked to answer for questions for things like the definitions we just went over. So here we go. This is just going to be like last time too. The next questions you're going to do, you're going to have to identify the angles. We're going to give you a picture of them, and you're going to say what they are. You're just going to say what they are. Are they alternate exterior? This will only be one though. You'll only have one choice on this one. Are they alternate interior, alternate exterior, same side interior, same side exterior, or corresponding angles? They will not be, there won't be two choices on this one. You only have one on this one. Okay, so let's go to the last section here. So we just have I guess there's only 4 questions. And it has to do with this picture. It says, use the diagram below to answer the questions. So it says, name an angle that is vertical. So what does vertical mean? Vertical means it takes 2 lines are intersecting and they're opposite angles. So I need to find angle ABC first. So let's see. Here's A, B, C. So I want to find something that is vertical to that. So vertical angles means I need 2 lines. There are 2 lines across. So what 2 lines make that angle? Well, there's one, and here is the other. Okay. So here's angle ABC. So what is vertical? So vertical means they share an endpoint and they're opposite of each other. That means it's this angle. So that would be angle. I can call it 2 different things. I can call it DBE, DBE. So DBE. Or I can call it angle E. I can go the opposite way. EBD. Those are the same angle, just called different. Notice they're the same letters, just in a different way. And the vertex is always in the middle. Vertex always in the middle. Okay? All right, so that was good. Let's see if we can erase this a little bit so we have some clear places to go here. Okay, I just want to clear up the picture for us here. So here we go. So name two lines that form a linear pair. So linear pair means what? 2 lines that form a linear pair. So I need 2 lines. 2 lines. Okay, well, I think I had already highlighted those lines, hadn't I? So I know that I have this line and I have this line. Okay, so my line would be line EC with a little line over the top of it, and line DA or AD. Okay, yeah, just write the 2 points on the line with a line over the top of it. Okay, and then the next one says, so let me erase my highlighting here. Okay, so the next one says name an angle that is adjacent to angle FBE. So FBE. So I need something that's adjacent. So what does the word adjacent mean? Adjacent means it is touching, so it shares a side. So here's an angle that shares a side here. And then here's another one that shares a side. And here's one that shares a side. I mean, there's lots of choices. I could make a whole bunch of different angles in there. So when I said here's one that shares a side, I want to show you what I meant by that second one. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. So there's a whole bunch of different angles. I can make a whole bunch of different angles, but let's just it just says one. So let's say angle. So FBE. Let's say EBD. EBD. Okay, and then it says name a pair. Oh, let's do some erasing here. I would have erased everything this time. That was beautiful. Okay. Name a pair of complementary angles. So remember, what does complementary mean? 90 degrees. Yeah, good. So do I have a 90-degree sign? Yeah, I can see one right here. Those two form 90-degree angle. There's a 90-degree angle. So what forms the 90-degree angle? Well, I know that this one does. And this one's part of that 90-degree angle. So I can say angle EBF, and angle FBG, okay? So those are the type of things that you'll have to answer. That's it. We'll see you on the next lesson. You guys have a great day. Bye.